Welcome to Behind the Farts, everyone. A show that, what is it, Cam? What do we do?
We analyze fart history in movies. Is what we do.
we
when
analyze
we
before I
find
put
farts that weren't there, we show you what may have really happened. We piece together the scenes that were lost from film history.
and today's episode is all about the film The Social Network. And I created a fart video. Cam is going to watch the fart video here and analyze it and give me tips on how I can fix it if it's ready for prime time. The last video we did was not ready for prime time, and I put it out anyway, and no one liked it. So,
Don't worry, you still did good. You still did a good job.
you know what? I still laughed. I enjoyed making it. And this video, I was on Netflix last night. I think it was last night. And I was perusing. I was going through what can I put a fart into. And I ended up on The Social Network, and I was like fast forwarding every 10 seconds. And then I hit the scene. I guess it's called the I think like I demand like recognition scene or something along those lines.
Okay. Yep.
So he's like in front of like the school tribunal.
Yeah, that's right.
About Face Smash. So I'm watching the scene, and it's going. I'm like, oh, this would be an interesting scene, but for our purposes, we need time, and we need sometimes scenes to kind of stretch out, or at least
Yes.
kind of looks on people's faces, or something along those lines. We need a blank canvas.
Essentially, yeah, and sometimes those blank canvases are in the moments that were nowhere near what where the intention of that original scene would be nothing like what you would
Yes.
expect.
And I think
what we would use.
I think in my Eat, Pray, Love one, I was really forcing the blank canvas when those
Right.
scenes were too short for me to actually put things into, especially when they were transitioning.
Yeah,
But
makes sense.
it was the effort. But on this one, what I noticed was, and sometimes you have to love certain directors, and this is the second David Fincher film we have done, because the first one was 7. In this one, when I saw that when he went to defend himself, he stood up, but then David Fincher shot it from behind.
Oh.
And he shot it with, so the dialogue is happening, but you are not seeing his face talk. And it goes on for a bit of time. And I'm like, oh,
okay.
I was like, at that point, I was so excited. I was just, I did something that you would do, but internally. When I think of someone getting excited, when everyone doesn't know, Cam has some sort of OCD issue. And when he hears a good idea, he does this. He goes, and so when I'm on the phone with Cameron, and
you can do this,
and we don't see each other, and I if I have a good idea, and I know it's a good idea when I hear the sound of Cam going really fast.
You got it right. It's just the wrong direction.
It's just the wrong direction.
Little more Mr. Burns.
So, and it's like super fast. So when I saw that it was from behind, I was like, oh, this is going on for go on longer. Oh yeah. Oh yes. So then I saw the cut that happened after, and then I was like, oh, I can take out that dialogue there and still cut it together. And then this other guy chimes in, who's like the head of the computer department. And I'll discuss, let's watch what I've done so far.
Okay.
And then I'll discuss my placement of farts, why the farts were how they were.
Okay.
And so I guess on 3, I put my sound down. So I'm going to watch yours pretty much, but I'm also going to show it. Ready? On 1, 2, 3, and go.
Mr. Zuckerberg, this is an administrative board hearing. You're being accused of intentionally breaching security, violating copyrights, violating individual privacy by creating the website www.facesmash.com. You're also charged with being in violation of university policy on distribution of digitized images. Before we begin with our questioning, you're allowed to make a statement. Would you like to do so? I'm sorry?
Yes.
I don't understand.
Which part? Excuse me, may I?
Yes.
Mr. Zuckerberg, I'm in charge of security for all computers on the Harvard network.
Great side look. The side glance.
Okay, so first of all, turn your sound down, so because I can hear my sound.
Thanks. Yep.
So first of all, give me your thoughts.
What'd you say?
Give me your thoughts.
Okay.
Okay.
First of all, the beginning I liked because it didn't open with any kind of like flashy fart action. We had a little bit of reserved. You're sitting in a chair. It's a quiet room, so you're kind of waiting to see who farts first. It's a game of who farts first. You got a table full of people. You got people facing each other off. You got a tense scene. Someone's gonna fart, but who's it gonna be? And in this case, it's the main character. I was thinking maybe it was gonna be the person running the meeting. You know what I mean? Or running the interview, right? But nope. It ended up. It played out well because, first of all, it wasn't just a fart; it was a statement fart.
You think? Yes.
This isn't like some ordinary farts. This isn't just like necessity. This is necessity.
So
poignancy.
So let me tell you my thought process on this fart.
Okay.
Because there's two farts, and each fart has their own purpose here.
Yeah.
So just to say, the first fart, I wanted it to sound like he was trying to reason with her.
Right.
Here is the sound of my statement and my reasoning of what happened. So I injected a fart that was not overly powerful, but sounded like he was trying to be reasonable in the situation and state his case.
Like, I'm not being rude, but...
Yes. And that's the weird look after the fart was over. But, when... as I said before, when I saw it was from behind, because I cut out the sound of him talking when it went from behind, it couldn't have been a more perfect setup for me.
No, it could
not have been a more perfect. It was literally an art canvas of, let's just put in the most artful fart you can that fits the scene and fits how he is feeling. Yeah. And that's what I wanted to actually, I could have put into many different types of farts.
Yeah, it's funny, but it's funny because in that scenario, it's almost like, I don't want to put it this way, but I'd almost be curious to see if you just watched that whole sequence in the film, but with that scene instead of the actual conversation, would you even know? Would it make any difference to the film?
For the purposes of copyright, yes, this is a satire, and it did make a difference. Thank you.
Yes, of course.
Monetized.
Yeah.
But when I went through, I think about like 15 or 16 different fart sounds.
Okay.
And fart sequences. Like, I was doing like a like kind of thing. Until I was like, I need one where I get it out, because not every time I try the actual fart sound does it come out the way I want to sound, even though in my mind I know what I'm trying to do. But I'm like, I want one where it's like he's getting to a point and then it weans off at the end as if like, here's my argument, and like,
kind of like, I'm done.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm done.
and like, because it's also because it fits the mood too. It's kind of like a, it just fits the mood of the scene. So it works in the context of the scene in this case.
Yes. So then after, there was obviously I left that dialogue in because I thought it was useful when it kind of goes back to her, back to him, back to her, back to him. So then after we get to the other guy. And who is the head of security for the university.
Yes.
And I cut out, I didn't know where, if I might have cut it out earlier from where it is now, because he goes on to say like, I am the head of security, but I think I might be able to cut it like a couple seconds earlier where he just like states who he is, that he doesn't even have to.
Yeah.
But
basically shorten his explanation, but keep the same
Yeah, because it might it's still like be just as effective, just actually might work better. I'm still
Might
gonna
be quicker, like it kind of jumps more, but it still worked. I thought the way it was, just because first time watching, I don't know what to expect or whatever. It didn't feel too long, But
okay.
I see what you're saying.
So on that fart, I wanted it to be, oh, this is the computer guy from this school. Oh, I don't like the computer guy from this school, because he's a computer guy and my adversary. Because in this, like, he disliked this guy more than anyone because he believes he's smarter than that computer guy. So I wanted this fart to be more of a fuck you fart.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Especially because of the look he gives right when the fart ends.
The way you mean, like Jesse, with the look Jesse gives.
Yes, it's a flip.
And
It's a flippant eye look.
because I was about to say, it's because he has well, I don't want to say in every movie he plays, but he has that little like defiancy, rebellious kind of like way of just that's part of it seems like his character, right? So he seems to have that in a lot of context in films when he's acting, and it applies very well here. And to me, the thing that made that even better was the side glance, like guy to the right, just like. And to me, that side glance was better than anything. Like in that moment, that's just what did it for me. Was I love the side glance. To me, just says it all.
And that fart had a different purpose. It had a purpose of being more forceful.
Yep.
There was no reason to that fart. That was a pure I dislike you, I am better than you fart.
It's a superiority fart.
It's a superiority fart. So that was kind of my reasoning of there. And it seems like you thoroughly enjoyed this. This was a much better video than the Eat, Pray, Love video.
Eat, Pray, Love was to me. Eat, Pray, Love was like creative. You know what I mean? Like to me, the reason I can't get mad at, you know what I mean? Mad. It's like it was creative. It was taking what was there and making something with it. It was creative. It worked. It may not have been the best setup and the best delivery. It may not have achieved the best end results, but it was creative. And to me, this was again same sort of thing, but just it fits. This one I think better
because
the last one may have been internet ready, but this one may have been like watchable. You know what I mean? Like receivable.
This one I think is, my canvas was just much better. I think if Eat, Pray, Love, I had more footage to use, I could have pulled it off. But
I will put this out there too. With Eat, Pray, Love, you wouldn't have known the context of the scenes. There wouldn't have been that cortex type memory that you would have been running through in your head. When it comes to like a Fincher movie, there's at least some things that's already in our head that we've been thinking about for years or something like that. So like you can visualize things a bit differently, whereas with something like Eat, Pray, Love, and that's no offense to Eat, Pray, Love, whatever, I'm just saying that
I think they should take offense.
Okay, well, but you know what I'm getting at, like it's not a movie that I don't think many of us are have on repeat in our heads.
Males. And I just want to say there's this red dot on your head.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the Terminator. The Terminator is going after you right now. And anyway, David Fincher is wonderful at his shot choices. I don't know his director of photography is, but I thank that man or woman, whoever is his director of photography, for creating.
I don't know who DP'd that movie. I'd have to check.
You have to check though. I'm sure he uses the same person every single time.
Yeah, probably.
I'm sure he's loyal. But anyway, everyone, I hope you liked that video, the behind the farts of
Movie
Social Network.
Yeah.
And thank you for tuning in. And I hope you tune in again. Subscribe to our channel. And thank you for being a fan.
We'll keep rolling it out and look forward to the next one.
All right, Cammie. I'll see you guys later.
Take care.